It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Wednesday. It's already Wednesday. I feel like it's been a quick week. Has it been a quick week for you, Sarah? Or a long one?
No, not at all.
Long one.
Not at all. Very long. Very long. But that's okay, because not all of them are, you know? My glass is still half full, by golly.
Okay, well, good for you. I'm sure that'll pay off. All right, we got a lot of news to tell you about this morning, so let's get started. Boy, this is a story that Sarah and I remember very, very well. Had an impact on us. The man convicted of murdering a young girl in Stella, Missouri, will be put to death by execution. The date has now been set. Christopher Collins was found guilty in 2012 of killing, you'll remember her name, 9-year-old Rowan Ford in 2007. Collins will be executed at 6 p.m. on December 3rd. And that's a story that was huge news in Springfield in 2007. It took up several days of our coverage as Rowan first went missing. There was the search for her that was ongoing that we covered. And then sadly, they found her in kind of a sinkhole cave type thing. Sarah covered the story for KY3 extensively and talked with Stella's family quite a bit. And it was a tough one, wasn't it?
Oh, man. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's really crazy. And yep, to see, I sat through the entire trial, which was in Rolla, Phelps County, on a change of venue. And then now to see this, what will be, 20 years later, you know? So it's really wild. Really, really crazy.
Yeah, it is. It was a horrific story. And when people ask us what's the story that from our time in news that stuck with us the most, that this is the one we say, because there were two occasions during the coverage of that, the trial and at Rowan's funeral, when Sarah was live on TV covering it and got emotional, and people still remember that when that happened. And talk to us about that, because that doesn't happen very often. But this is a story that really hit close to home.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So finality will be coming here in December. Missouri voters have their work cut out for them in November. Big election, as you know. We could almost guarantee that I don't think I can almost guarantee. I can guarantee the turnout's going to be huge. That's because lots of things, but 3 big initiative petitions are on the ballot. The issue of abortion and whether it should be made a constitutional right in the state of Missouri will be on the ballot for voters to decide. The issue of whether or not to legalize sports gambling in the state of Missouri will be on the ballot. And the issue of minimum wage and paid sick time will also be on the ballot. So those are 3 big issues that voters will be deciding. And then there's also a presidential race that is currently underway that voters will be deciding, and a governor's race in the state of Missouri that we will be voting on. So lots to vote on in November. And when it comes to the governor's race, Missouri Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft, who just lost in the primaries on the Republican side, has endorsed the Republican primary winner, that is Lieutenant Governor Mike Kehoe. Kehoe will face off against Democrat nominee Crystal Quaid of Springfield. So it is set. It will be a lot of people showing up to vote, and we'll tell you when the no, what is it? No, you don't have to. No reason for early
absentee
voting
or early voting. Yeah.
Yep. It's basically early voting. It's no excuse absentee ballots. That's what you can do. It's basically early voting in person at the clerk's office. We'll tell you when that starts up, because maybe you could beat the crowd that way. I don't know. I tried that one year and there was a bigger crowd there than was at the election site. So, and then there's a big ribbon cutting. Oh, this is you. Go ahead. I was going to
Tomorrow,
see the
yeah,
whole
big
thing.
ribbon
Yeah.
cutting tomorrow for Legal Services of Southern Missouri. The nonprofit Legal Services of Southern Missouri getting a new headquarters building on South Delaware that is in Southeast Springfield. They, of course, provide legal help for low-income people in 43 counties. So that's necessary in our judicial system, and that's exciting for them to be getting a big new building. All right. How about this? 5 Springfield area businesses are some of the fastest growing in the nation. The whole
Cool.
nation. How cool is that?
That's nice. Yeah.
Magazine ranked the private companies on their percentage of revenue growth. So this is not overall sales. This is
Right.
growth patterns. Epic Strategies, which is a marketing agency. Sun Solar LLC, which does solar panels, Money Tree Lead Systems, which helps companies generate leads that focus on real estate, A6 IT Solution, and Nixa-based Extreme Exteriors Roofing and Siding. So congratulations to all of them for
Yeah.
being some of the fastest growing companies in the entire nation. I just think that's really cool.
That's a list you want to be on, I think, right?
I think so. As a business owner, like, yeah, you've made it. There you go.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
achieved the American dream. Okay, now this is today. MoDOT is asking for your input today on some transportation needs. Today from 10:30 this morning until 12:30 today, you can weigh in on what projects should be prioritized in their budget. They will have a list of some needed work, and then you can go see which one you would like done first. Head over to the Library Center in Springfield again today from 10:30 to 12:30. Or you can comment online on MoDOT's website. You can see those online comment forms until August 23rd.
Okay. Good to know.
There you
This is a wild story. And I think we covered this back when it happened. Now there's an update to it. But a 68-year-old woman in Illinois, Chicago area, no surprise. I'm from Southern Illinois, so I can say that. Was arrested for
Why?
stealing.
Because Chicago has crazy stories.
Yeah. Well,
Chicago
Chicago's a
does have
mess.
crazy stories.
Chicago
Actually,
goes just
it's
top
it's
to
cool
bottom.
too, though. You know, like Chicago's a cool place, but also
Well,
it
not to
can
live
be
there.
crazy.
It top to bottom, it's a train wreck. They've got problems in Chicago. Anyway, 68-year-old woman in that area arrested for stealing chicken wings from the school cafeteria where she worked, and not just a few chicken wings. She pleaded guilty to stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings. Can you even imagine how many chicken wings that is?
No, and she's almost 70. She's
It's
almost 70 years old. Like that. I just feel like that's weird. And she's a lunch lady. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's unbelievable. It is who does that? But she will be sent, or she's being sentenced to 9 years in prison for this.
Yeah.
The theft, let me tell you about how it happened. The theft took place over 19 months during COVID. So when nobody's at school, she's ordering and eating or whatever she's doing with them, chicken wings. The school was shut down. The district was still sending food home for the students. So I guess nobody noticed. I mean, she didn't send chicken wings home. So nobody noticed that she was, in addition to the sandwich lunch meat, that she was also purchasing frozen chicken wings.
Well, they didn't notice until they did, but then they did. You know?
Which is inevitable. I mean, come on. But here's what is another crazy part of the story is that investigators don't know what she did with the chicken wings. They can't,
$1.5 million worth of chicken wings.
they don't know
And they
where
don't
they
know what
went.
she did, which is that's what, to me, that's the craziest part of the story.
Well,
Because,
she obviously sold them to somebody who sold chicken wings, right?
well, I mean, you would think, but investigators would be able to figure that out.
Well, one would think, but
One would think.
they didn't. I don't know how you couldn't get her to cave for a lesser sentence or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know, but somehow they didn't find out what she did with the chicken. There's no trace of the chicken wings.
Yeah. It's very strange. Very strange.
That's a lot of wings, man.
That's a
It's
lot of
lot of
wings.
wings.
That's a lot of wings. By the way, the school students don't even eat chicken wings at all. Because they have bones in them. So they never cook them for the students.
What?
That's another just
The
I
most
don't know.
unbelievable thing for me on this is that she must have thought that she could get away with it.
That's not the most fascinating thing to me. The
What?
most fascinating thing to me is that they couldn't figure out what she did with them.
There's no paper trail for the
There's
chicken
no
wings.
money trail. That's what's weird. You know what I mean?
Well, but there has to be.
Yeah.
There has to be.
There you go. That's the
It's
story.
unbelievable.
Yep.
The good news is this didn't happen in Springfield or even in the state of Missouri.
Right.
that matter.
So this is fun for you, or at least in my childhood, I went to a few of these. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's a big swap meet happening at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds Eplex. More than 2,200 swap meet spaces and 343 car corral spaces are filled. There will be project cars and show cars and everything in between. And if you've never been to a good old-fashioned swap meet, now's your chance.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity.
Now's
Good
your
opportunity.
chance. Also on Saturday, there's a free back to school bash at the Springfield Raceway. General admission is free that day, along with they'll have hot dogs, shaved ice. You can watch some dirt track racing and get some cool prizes and enjoy your last weekend before back to school.
Yeah, because that's what, Monday, Tuesday?
Monday. No, Monday. That is Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
I
summers
know.
seem to go by so quickly these days. I mean, I remember them as a kid. It seemed like they flew by, but now they literally fly by. I mean, it's nuts. It feels like we didn't even have a summer.
Yeah.
Did it even get warm? I didn't think it got warm.
It was never that bad, was it?
We did have a stretch when it was really hot, yeah. But it didn't last for all that long because that it typically doesn't last that long for us in summer. Yeah. All right. Well.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you listening, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
We do indeed. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Bye.